Yeah.
All right. So why won't it start? Oh, here we go. It has started recording. Great. The steps that you've done so far are install Python, which you needed admin privileges for, install VS Code, and
I did not need admin privileges. Sorry. I was able to do it only on my, no.
Okay, that's interesting. And you were able to add Python to Windows path without without admin privileges as well.
Yeah, yes.
So someone likes you. You were able to do all of those things, and importantly, you added Python. You installed it on your C drive, and you restarted your computer since you did all of those things.
Correct.
Now
yes.
you created a folder that you're going to use to create a virtual environment, and you copied that. Can you show everyone how you copied that address?
I right click on this arrow and did copy address.
Great.
And then
now we want to change the directory in command prompt to that trial environment folder. So you do cd space.
C space.
And then paste. That's Control V on Windows machines.
And enter.
All right. So here we've found our first problem, which is that you are the folder you created is Q drive. We don't want that. That's going to cause headaches. Because your virtual environment should be created in the same drive as your Python installation. So you need to create a folder with the same name somewhere in your C drive.
This C drive here.
Yeah. And what you can do is go to users.
I started creating it here, but because it was not within documents, I moved to the other one. But
no, let's try that. So I like this folder location. Click on code.
Okay.
Yep, new folder.
And now, what was it?
And then copy that address.
Okay.
Or you can do you can go full on Russian doll and do a trial env and folder in there, whichever you would like. But not trail env, because that will lead to headaches, and no spaces in this path. So I would do trial hyphen or trial underscore.
Okay. Can I put N?
Env is perfect. All right, and then I would actually go into that folder, copy the address. Then you need to, unfortunately, you need to do CD before typing that.
Okay.
All right, and so we don't have the parentheses showing you're in that environment yet, which is fine because we haven't activated it yet. Lauren and you are at the same step. Lauren has a furrowed brow, so I don't know whether she tried successfully to activate yet or not, but we're going to try at the same time. Your command prompt has you located in the folder where you want to create a virtual environment. You're going to do that by doing Python. Let me put this in the chat. What is your folder name? You're in C code environment. So we'll create it there. I'm just making sure I've matched yours. C : code environment env. You can actually just get rid of Python and copy the line that I just put into the chat. Have you done this step yet, Lauren?
The activation stuff?
Right. No, this is actually just create. You did the create, and that didn't yet put you into the virtual environment, correct?
Yeah, when I create, it doesn't create the scripts folder and all the stuff it's supposed to create, so that when I go to activate, it says I can't locate the files.
Let's see whether Sophia is successful.
I'm having trouble finding the chat for some reason.
I'll just tell you. So type Python space hyphen.
Python space dash. Python?
No, dash. It's a hyphen or a dash. M space VENV space C colon. I'm just copying off like what you have on the screen. It's the C colon / code / environment / env.
Gotcha.
Lauren, I think for you, I'm going to try and understand what Daniel was describing in the last meeting about sort of using a flexible file location name. But I don't know whether that will fix it. It might simply just be that you're not your user right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that might be.
All right, so now we have. Can you type Python space where, Sophia?
It's not finding it. Maybe I should install Python as an administrator, because maybe all this problem is due to that.
It's
kind of the location of the of the.
Can you go back to your environment variables? So go to Windows. I feel like a kid on Christmas and Santa Claus didn't come.
Oh, don't worry. No, I'm sorry. No.
All right, go back to Windows. And there's always every setup, and it's not really related to virtual environments. It's really like just getting Python up and running on computers. Everyone using a children's computer, there's been a barrier, and it's always a different barrier, which becomes mind-numbing.
Annoying. Yeah.
But what is Python's not recognized?
As an internal or external command, operable program or batch file. Oh, sorry. I'm not sharing the screen.
No, I'm just going to see.
Try typing where Python instead of Python where. So the word where first.
Still not finding it. But it's true that the answer is different.
I think that
Is it only looking in that one folder because we're in that? So it's not looking in the whole C drive.
Yeah, close command prompt. Close command prompt and or I think you can type exit.
Escape. Exit.
Oh, well that works. Open command prompt again. Ledhuri's also seated across from me. I'm hoping against hope that she gets a call. I need one success. I need one success today.
Do you want to keep trying with Lauren? I think that she was more.
she was, yeah, I think that we were close, but not quite there. I don't know why. I don't know why logging done as an administrator, you would not be able to. Lauren, where did you save your virtual environments folder?
The first time I had it in like my own user folder, like the same place yours was, but with my name instead of yours. And then
you tried again, just in doc.
But then that's not where Python is, so that's why I'm wondering if that wasn't.
Python is installed as local for you or
under
for all
my
users?
Under my username.
Like mine, yeah, like mine. I think the problem is that for the virtual environment, you're using the C drive, but the Python is using our local personal drive. And maybe that is kind of, why don't we just call IT, try to install this as a Python and everything as an administrator, and then get back to you?
Yeah. You're welcome to try. What I've found by calling IT is that they're not, they don't understand these steps. And so what they can do is they can help you install Python, but they can't get you to the point where, like, what's fun is when you have a text editor and you can type a line of code and then execute that line of code. And it takes a lot of steps to get to that point. What the most straightforward way to do it is to download something called Anaconda, which allows you to
I use Anaconda, yes. I actually, the first time that I did a Python bootcamp, I use Anaconda.
Right, but so IT security, some change they made in November made it impossible to access any Anaconda application on hospital issued computers. I think that some people have been successful getting Spider back up and running since January, but it's just like really unreliable, which is why I learned how to do all of these steps to set up a virtual environment so I can type code into VS Code. But as you can see, it's pretty idiosyncratic. I think that I'm about ready to give up. We don't have any ideas for you, Sophia, except that actually go back to command, share your screen. Let's see whether you have Python somewhere. You also, guys, you're not beholden to my refusal of failure. Like, please just leave when you're bored. It's very close to that time. Type where Python again, or Python where?
Yeah, Python is here. I can go to the directory and just look at, see?
No, it was just, and now I have Jim here questioning my repeated failures.
It's not your failures, it's IT.
Oh man,
Did Dan hop up?
Dan hopped off. I excused Andy. I actually want to go through all of the documentation he sent on how to create readmes, because what would be really nice is if I create a batch file, so when somebody like Sophia has Python installed and is at least familiar running it through VS Code, to be able to give her a batch file so she can download the same virtual environment without going through these steps.
That's exactly that. Yeah.
So
here
there
I
are
have VS
improvements that
Code,
can be made.
and here I have Python. I have both. Here, this is Python, and here is VS
So
Code.
humor me for another minute or two, and Jim, I'm definitely going to leave when Jim leaves. So at some point, one of us will be bored and we'll leave, and that'll be good for everyone's mental health. When Jim leaves, I get a ride home. So you just tell me and I'll shut my computer. But humor me until Jim pulls me out by the neck. Sophia, go to command prompt. They're both, everybody has a different step that doesn't work, which is just because I'm sure related to my teaching, but also related to IT.
Windows and our environment.
Is it Python space where or vice versa?
It's where Python, where space Python. And then it's Python -- version.
Okay, so we were doomed to failure. I'll read it for you. Could not find files.
Yeah, so your Python's not in your path yet.
Go back to
we added it to the file.
Sometimes you need to add multiple.
You also need to add the scripts subfolder too, usually.
Maybe that's a problem. Oh,
No.
whoa. All right, so go to environment variables. What do we got? She has.
Go to your path and edit it. No. Cancel out of that. Go. Click on path.
Oh.
Click on path and then edit.
I told her the wrong step.
See, you didn't put Python in your path.
That's because I told her the wrong step, Jim. It's not Sophia's fault.
Copy. So
it's not my fault.
Sophia, do new, and then add your directory. Paste in your directory for Python. You can paste it directly from your Windows Explorer, or you can.
From here?
Do you have Windows Explorer open?
No.
It's easy. So hit cancel because you have it saved in one step.
Here's a shortcut to open Windows Explorer. Hit the Windows key and the E. Windows key and E. Yeah, that opens Explorer. Now, do you have any sense where it's probably under C. It's on your C drive under program data.
Here, program files.
I know where she can copy it from one step back.
Okay.
Yeah. So go back to path.
To path.
Go back to your environment. The environment window you had open. It's behind you. It's behind there.
This
Shrink that window. No. The one where you were editing the path.
The other. The one where.
So here's another shortcut to get around window. Do alternate tab, and it will take you. It'll show you your windows until you get to the one you want. Keep hitting Alt Tab until you get to.
I think we may have closed it. I know where the path is because I saved it in the wrong spot. Go to the magnifying glass and go to edit environment or environment, just the type of environment. Yep, that one.
Why it's not working?
At the bottom right, there's a blue monitor. Yeah, it may be open already, and that's why it's not opening for you. Yep. So
yeah, right.
Hit cancel.
Yeah, you're right. It was.
All right, and then double click or go to Python, middle of the screen, and hit edit. And copy that.
And now go here.
And then you'll go to edit path.
And where do I paste this?
Do new. And then paste it. Good. Now, do new again. And paste it again. And then add, does it use forward slashes or backslashes? Backslash scripts. SCRIPTS. Yes, good. So now you have both. Okay? Now hit OK, yeah. So now you have both directories in your. Now go to your command window and see, we hit OK, yeah. And now go to your command window and do where Python. You should be able to find it now.
Where Python?
Where space Python. You may have to restart.
But don't I need to restart? Yes, I need to restart, right?
Do exit. Yes. Yeah. Type exit and then.
I've been recording all of this because I knew I'd be successful at one point.
Now start that window again.
So if you restart Windows.
No, you don't have to restart Windows. You just have to start the command.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You just restart the command window.
I think you have to restart Windows once you add something to path.
I've never done that. But anyway.
Amy we lost her to attrition about an hour ago. That was her problem, and I've had that problem before where both after installing Python and adding stuff to path you have to restart Windows.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the end of the road for us?
No.
All right, I'll stay here until Jim pulls me out by the scruff of the neck.
5 though.
Yeah.
Because I have to drive to Bolt. Should I be with them? Oh, you're still
on this meeting. The steps once I get the access. I think I'm ready.
So how I can restart now, but what do we do after we finish this call? What is the idea to meet again? When? And
so after we finish this call, I'm going to have you, I'll send you a Python file and you will run it and you will get something interesting out of it. And you're going to see, I'll document, I'll have just sort of most of the code that I run in Python involves querying our ED clinical registry using SQL and then doing some basic data cleaning in Python and data analysis in Python. I'm not going to do all of those steps in the Python file I sent to you. I will send you a Python file that allows you to import some of the modules that we use in this virtual environment. And I'll have it documented. So anything that follows a hash sign is a description in Python code. It doesn't actually execute any code. And that I'll explain. I'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of like 10 lines of code where each line of code, I'll have a description of what it does beforehand. And I want to make sure that you can run that code, that you can open that file in VS Code and run it in the virtual environment we've created together. And the point of having virtual environments is that any code that we're running, we should get the same results. Even if we're importing different modules, even if we're using different Python libraries, even if we're using multiple Python libraries, we're using the same version of each of those. Does that make sense? And my long-term goal is that as you write any code in Python, if you want to troubleshoot and you want to work with me on a project, or you want to ask like, I don't understand why this isn't working, can you help me troubleshoot this line of code? Then when I look at your code, any errors I get are the same errors you get. Any errors I fix will fix your problems. That's why it's important to be working on in the same universe.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, it does. Yes.
It's been an hour and 46 minutes to get to where this might eventually go. If you restart, I'll still be here until 5. Lauren, I think that it's hopeless for you because I have no idea, but I do think that Sophia will be successful. I don't know.
Yeah, I can installing Python just in case.
But you're so skilled with SQL. We're so close to having you to the point where you can run that SQL query in Python and then do the analysis all in one step. And I don't know why we can't overcome this. it's so frustrating. It's so, I'm not sure what the problem is. So I guess I'll do a little research. I'll try and figure out what's wrong with Lauren's. If you restart, Sophia, you should be able to follow the steps starting with CD space and then the directory line for where you're going to create a virtual environment. I'm very hopeful that you're now in the same space I am, and you can quickly set up, activate, and add libraries to a virtual environment. And I'm enthusiastically available if you want to connect on Teams.
If you're so enthusiastic, I can. Yeah, I'll try. Why not? Okay. I mean, let me restart.
Can you share your screen again, Lauren? I know that I'm going to run out of your good nature. I don't understand. And you've restarted infinity times, right? Like that's not the problem for you. Type, let's find where Python is again. It's in 2 spots. Can you go to your environment variables? So Windows and environment. I wonder if it's that you don't have scripts added because I didn't tell you to. Go to path, edit path. No, you do have it. Ah. I don't understand. Okay. Go back to command prompt. I don't think that brute force is a way to make this work. Every time that we've done this, let's go through it again, just for maybe something will register for me now.
So go ahead with the CD.
CD, yeah. And then you have Python, we know it's there. Yeah, try it all again.
And that's where, like, that should create some folders in here, right?
Yes.
So that's
I think that's the step where those folders are created.
Then if I do the next step,
I'm just going to go through. I'm just going to go through the same steps again. I'll share a screen and show you that I'm doing the same thing, and we'll see exactly where it adds those folders.
okay.
All right, so I created this new folder again, environment. So we're going to make it out of here in 3 minutes.
Did Dan ever share with you a batch file?
Yeah. He shared documentation to write a batch file. I don't know if he shared an actual batch file.
Like a huge time saver.
Yeah.
It's completely not about this. So I'm trying to access our emergency department's database.
Yeah, this is the point where it should create those folders. And I don't know why it doesn't do that for you, Lauren. Sophia, if you want to open command prompt and type cd space and then your directory with the virtual environment.
Can you show me MySQL workbench? I've never used that particular tool. Is there a reason you don't use
And
that?
then my virtual environment.
I was like watching some YouTube videos and
That's where it creates those folders, Lauren. I don't know why that stuff doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
Sophia, can you share?
Yes, I could share.
Are you able to, with this tool, are you able to find it?
Lauren, I give up on you. You should leave this place and I'll think more about how to help you later.
Okay, I'll try restarting one more time just in case.
I don't know why it doesn't work. All right, so
What's it
Sophia,
trying to
you'll
do?
it doesn't the create virtual environment. I told her to leave this place. It just doesn't work. We've bashed our head against that brick a little bit. I'm going to share a batch file with her once I figure out how to create one. So you'll do cd space.
CD space, yes.
And then paste the directory that you're going to create the virtual environment.
I don't have it. I don't have it copied. It looks like it's not in my clipboard anymore. Let me see.
Find it.
Yeah, no, it's not in the clipboard anymore. So how did I find that?
You give it the name of the.
Wait.
Yes, I was trying to find it.
It's here.
Keys are different than mine. So where do you?
I thought this is the place where I should like type in my username for the that I installed is the database.
I think
I should have wrote it down. It was C program files.
Oh, just open it. I'll follow along. I can't see your screen.
I'm able to connect to local.
Sorry.
If you go to Windows there, you were, I think, in C code.
Code. You're right. Sorry about that.
Oh, and you've actually misspelled environment there. There's and you may want to I'd fix that now, so because otherwise you might find.
So somehow you have to do this.
So go to code.
So what I would do is
And rename there.
How do I connect?
How do I spell it?
N before M. Just add an N.
Local database.
Okay.
N before M.
N as in Nancy, M as in mountain, ENT.
To that database.
So once I set up a new connection,
And then go to the.
And then go here and copy.
The address.
And then come here.
CD space.
It's not.
Control V.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. And now you're going to do Python space.
Oh, there you go.
But the same thing.
Hyphen. That's that dash M.
Saved connection.
Python space dash M.
Space. VENV. Space. And then you can paste again. Yahtzee! Yahtzee, we're gonna do it! 2 hours!
I understand half of what I'm doing.
No, yeah, I understand maybe 51%. We're in great shape. So currently you are creating a virtual environment in that folder that you just created in Windows Explorer. Right after you're done with that, we're going to activate it. Oh, well, let's see. Actually, that's not as promising as I'd hoped. Let's see.
I don't know. I think you'll have to like.
So go to the Windows Explorer and let's go there again.
You have
and
a
see whether
SQL
you created
Server
those folders.
database,
Yes.
and you just want to.
Yes. So now you just need to activate them.
How do I activate them?
I will tell you right now.
Okay.
Your next step is that thing you keep pasting, paste it again.
Shoot, I closed it, sorry.
Yeah, I try to read the documentation.
And enter.
Oh, actually, you know what? You can't.
I think, I was thinking about how to do the diagram.
Paste it again,
I think.
but don't hit enter.
The thing to do would be to select.
I'm already there.
Top 5.
So I know, but you're
table. Select top 10 stars.
Go backspace.
Copy it into Excel, and then just copy the headers.
One or?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Backslash.
So type V again and then backslash.
And then you can paste them into a
activate. Oh no, I apologize. Not yet. Scripts.
Yeah.
Backslash scripts is SCRIPTS.
Yeah.
Backslash.
Good.
Activate.
The SQL Server Management Studio.
Dot. BAT. BAT.
DAT.
B as in boy, A as in apple, T as in Tom.
Okay.
I know that Microsoft
Enter.
Apps is a database diagram. Microsoft Access.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to.
And you're in your environment.
Microsoft Access.
That's wonderful.
And then connect to SQL Server.
So now let's go to plain English again.
Yeah, it's called an ODBC.
When you're going to send me any code that you want me to run, I'm gonna run that in here in
Yeah, but
then you can connect.
How does it call? V what?
VS Code.
VS Code, yeah. So I'm going to run it there in that application.
In our next session, I'm going to show you how to download GitHub to get an account on GitHub.
I have an account in GitHub.
You do? And I'm going to show you how to open any code through GitHub Desktop in VS Code. But for right now, you have a virtual environment, which means we can add modules and make sure we're working with the same version of everything. But now I have to leave.
Okay.
You got the biggest, most important step.
And when is our next session? You send me an email?
I'll email you and we'll find a time. Because I'm excited.
For the needs.txt, and then she can copy it in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think that you'll be able to upload modules without my help with just a few lines of code. But I'll send it to you later. Goodbye.